Hello, my London walk today will take me from St Paul's Cathedral, down Fleet Street, past the Law Courts and down to the Strand. First of all, I have to get the tube to St Paul's. I needn't have worried too much about finding a seat on this Northern Line tube. St Paul's Cathedral is an Anglican cathedral. It's on Ludgate Hill at the highest point of the City of London, and its dedication to Paul the Apostle dates back to the original church on this site, founded in AD 604. The present building, dating from the late 17th century, was designed by Sir Christopher Wren. The construction was part of a major rebuilding programme in the city after the Great Fire of London. Just a short walk from St Paul's is the Central Criminal Court on the street known as Old Bailey. The court is reserved for trying serious crimes like murder. The first courthouse was built here in 1539. The building includes stones from the infamous Newgate prison, where there was no ventilation and very little water. Prison guards were corrupt. The prison stood here since the 12th century, rebuilt after the Great Fire of London, and was demolished in 1902. I've turned off Old Bailey now, down Lime Burner Lane, to the new development called Fleet Place. This is Ludgate Circus. Fleet Street starts here. Newspapers had their headquarters on this street. Originally called the Crown and Sugarloaf, this pub was renamed as the Punch Tavern in the 1840s as Punch magazine had its office nearby. The Old Cheshire Cheese Pub was rebuilt in the 1600s. Famous customers included Charles Dickens and Mark Twain. The buildings that housed the Daily Express and the Daily Telegraph can still be seen in Fleet Street. I've turned left off Fleet Street into the area known as the Temple. Today barristers have their chambers here. The name Temple derives from the order of the Knights Templar. When the knights were discredited in the 14th century, their property was leased to lawyers, who used it as a hostel until King Henry VIII appropriated the properties. Back into Fleet Street now, and the original shop of Twining's Tea, open since 1706. Across the road are the Royal Courts of Justice, built in the 19th century. There are currently 60 courts in use, including the Court of Appeal, the High Court and the Crown Court. In the middle of Fleet Street, and you can just see it, is a bronze griffin, which marks the point at which the City of London meets the City of Westminster. This is St Clement Danes Church, supposedly named because of a Danish king and other Danes being buried here. It's the central church for the Royal Air Force. Just up the Strand is Aldwych Tube Station. It opened in 1907 with the name Strand. Served mostly by shuttle trains and having low passenger numbers, the station and branch were considered for closure several times. It closed altogether in 1994. Bush House was for many years the headquarters of the BBC World Service. I did my first ever web chat for the BBC Airport series from here. The old curiosity shop near Lincoln Inn Fields was named as such after the novel of the same name was published by Charles Dickens. Well, that was today's walk around London. A bit of a legal walk, really. I'm back to Waterloo now and off home. See you next time.